Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bunny. I'm back again for a whole nother video. You see Flash right there, all up in my personal space because I'm about to eat some food. Disrespectful. You did not come out as hot as I thought they were gonna be. Put these in the air fryer. And they did not come out. Just kept them in there a little bit longer. But anyway, I know typically when I record these videos, I'm not eating, but I got off work not too long ago, and I'm hungry. So pretty much like I'm kind of just talking about my journey of like how I'm like moving forward in the right direction of just doing things that I need to do for me, not just like money moves, whatever I got to do for school and stuff like that, and just moving in the right direction and just genuinely like understanding that it's like taking things like one day at a time. And I'm gonna be honest, like I was genuinely like sad and depressed for a while, but like I'm gonna be so real, like I'm not 100% like where I need to be as a person. Like I know I could just do even more than what I've already done, but I also know like I'm like genuinely like not even sad anymore. Like I'm just like I'm genuinely like happy. Like I could listen to like a sad song right now. And it doesn't even bother me. I just enjoy the song because it has good lyrics. Like it doesn't even like I did have a moment where like I genuinely was like sad or it almost bothered me like to hear a sad song because I have a variety on my playlist. But now I just kind of just listen to stuff and I'm just like, hey, I enjoy this song. Like this is just a genuinely good song. And I don't even care if it's talking about something sad, like heartbreak or whatever. I'm just like jamming out, having a good old time in my car, living my best life. And I'm gonna be totally honest, I haven't felt that way in so long. I really haven't. Like in general, like not even just the things that I've been through in the last like I'm gonna say like month or so. But I just haven't felt that way. Like I just kind of like I kind of just got to the point where I'm like things are gonna be the way that they are. Good, bad, ugly, and different. At this point in my life, me dwelling on the past of anything, like whether it's like something that I have to deal with that I wasn't like prepared for or whatever, at this point, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even be mad about it no more. All I can really do is laugh. That's exactly what I told my therapist. I said, at this point, with everything that I've been through, you know, whether like just me being the cause of it or being around certain people or whatever the case is, at this point where I'm at, all I could do is fucking laugh. It's just one big fucking joke at this point. I can't even be mad about it anymore. Ain't no point in being mad. I've already let out all type of anger and rage. And I already showed not just myself that like certain things could trigger me to get upset if I don't keep myself, meditated and woosah'd. But also, I've already showed people like a side of me that like I should never even if it's like my doing of like things that I have to do for myself, I should never let anybody get me to the point where I get so mad and so enraged that like I say stuff that I can't take back, or I get so upset that you know what I mean, like I just fly off the fucking handle. I shouldn't even let people have the satisfaction of seeing me get to that point. Because even if you do it to yourself because you have a bad temper, the people, because you don't just get mad just because of you just having a bad temper. You get mad by what people say, how you get triggered by what they say, how they're acting towards whatever you're saying or whatever the case is. But the people who say and do certain things that might get you to that point, even though you're the one that have to control yourself, they get satisfaction out of it without telling you. Believe it or not. In a sick, twisted way, people get satisfaction out of that shit. People like to be able to say, I got somebody out of character. Yeah, that bitch crazy, whatever, XYZ, this, that, and the third. Believe it or not, I'm not going to say everybody. Some people will genuinely be concerned. Like, if you get that out of character and they've never seen you get like that before. But most of the time, they get satisfaction out of that. Because then they use it as a pretty much as like something that they could hold over your head, or something that they could be like, yeah, see, I told you, whatever, that bitch crazy, or that bitch like this, whatever. That's all that is. Right now, where I'm at in life, I'm just like at the point where I have to treat the world the same way I treated my crazy ass relationship with my crazy ass ex. I have to treat it like, let the motherfuckers say whatever the fuck they want to say, feel however they want to feel about me. And unless they say it to my face, I really shouldn't give two shits about it. And even if they do say it to my face, don't even let it bother me. Handle it in the most calmest way possible. Shock the fuck out of them. Because at some point, when you deal with certain people, if they're the root of the argument, or they're the ones that get you escalated where you want to argue, they're going to get themselves upset. And essentially, once they get themselves upset, if they notice you're not getting upset or you're not getting bothered by what they're saying, essentially they're going to shut the fuck up and stop wanting to argue. Because there's nothing to argue about. Because essentially they're going to get tired of pretty much arguing with themselves. And that's kind of like how I act with my mother now. Like I don't let her bother me. I don't let her get under my skin and anymore. I keep the conversation to a very, very minimum. Like if we do have conversation, because I'm not going to let you raise my blood pressure and cause me to have a heart attack or whatever, because you saying something stupid that you know is going to piss me off, and then I get bent out of shape, and then you try to flip it on me like, oh my God, why you getting like that? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't got the time, nor I got the energy for all of that. I'm only getting older, and I just can't afford to do that to myself, because that's just going to put me closer in the grave. because that's just gonna cause unnecessary stress to myself, and I'm just like I just want to live in peace. I don't want no more chaos in my life. I'm done with all that. I just want peace. Even though I'm not in an environment that's conducive for peace, I have to make the best of it. And that's exactly what I'm doing, because I've also come to the realization that the environment that I'm in, I can't even be mad at how they are, because they're never going to change. They've always been the way that they've been. They're never going to change. They're never going to see what's wrong with their behavior. So why even get myself upset or bothered that they are the way that they are? I should just accept. I've already learned that I have to just accept it for what it is and just be okay with it. I don't want to be around it, but I have no choice. And that's fine. You know, I will get where I need to be in due time. And I just have to, like, because I know I could be hard on myself. Like, I feel like I could be doing better than what I'm doing. But I'm getting there. Things are slowly but surely working out in my favor. And, you know, and I just have to take it one day at a time and just be happy that things are just going in the right direction. Maybe they're not going at the speed that I would like it to go, but at least things are going in the right direction for me. And at least things are working out for me for the better. Now, at the end of the day, like, I just have to be happy with that. And I am. I am happy with that. And, you know, as long as, you know, I'm good, Flash is good, we got a roof over our head, he has food to eat, I got food to eat. There's really not much to really be upset about or complain about at this point. You know, I'm I'm living the best I could live right now. Like I said in my last video, I'm really living the best I could live, and I feel happy, wild, and free. Like I haven't felt this way in so long. It's crazy, but like I genuinely I'm okay with where my life is at right now. Like I've never been so much at peace. It's not even funny. Like I've been so more relaxed. Like things don't even bother me. Like they used to. Like certain things that used to be said to me used to bother me, and I'm just kind of like, you know, like I literally just listen to what's being said, and then I process it, and then I just say to myself, you know what? Before I get bent out of shape, let me think about what I'm about to say, because all I'm gonna do is get really upset, and then for what? Why the other person gets satisfaction? Because like I said, a person, you know, when you're around somebody that gets you upset on a regular basis like that, a person like that, they, without them saying it, because I dated somebody like that. A person like that, they get satisfaction out of pissing you the fuck off. They really do. Because you can't tell me they don't get satisfaction out of it. Because if they trying to piss you off day in, day out, and that's all they do, and they don't got nothing good to say, they get satisfaction when they say something and you get bent out of shape. They do. Because you can't tell me you don't if all you do is try to bring negativity to somebody's life on a day-to-day basis, or just try to be annoying. You know, like you gotta get some form of satisfaction out of it. Damn, I'm boring you, Flash. Flash over here laying down, not even part of the video no more. But I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm the happiest I've ever been in a long time. Like I'm not at my best where I need to be, but like I'm essentially living my best life. Like, I really am. And I'm loving every minute of it. I really am. Like, I really am right now. Like, I, you know, the lack of stress that I have right now is so nice because I've had so much stress in like the last like month going into like 2 months that it's just like the fact that I'm just like chilling. I almost feel like I'm coasting through life is the best feeling ever. And I'm gonna be honest, like, you know, even when you get to that point of like where you feel like you're coasting through life and you start feeling good about yourself, if you suffer through depression or anxiety or anything like that, you're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days. That's just part of it. But you have to remember how you got to the point of when you had a good day. And you have to focus on that. And then you gotta run with that. You really gotta run with that. You gotta use that as your motivation to not fall too deep into the rabbit hole. Because once you fall deep into the rabbit hole and you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, because depression is a vicious cycle, it's only gonna get worse. And in my case, I can't allow myself to get deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole because essentially, like, I have no one to, you know, be my support system. I just have myself and whatever I need to do to get myself to the right place. So I don't have, a support system to be like, it's gonna be all right, we're gonna get through. I don't have that. So I don't have the luxury of falling too deep into a rabbit hole. I've had to fight my demons by myself. And the battle of whatever demons I have to fight through right now, I have to do it by myself. And that's fine. I've done a lot of things by myself. I essentially feel like my life has always been like, the Green Day song, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, where he's talking about walking a lonely road by himself. I feel like I've always been that way. Always by myself, just like a loner, doing shit by myself. Nobody there to come pick me up, and I just had to just, you know what I'm saying? Just pick myself up and keep it moving. And like I said, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is one of those things that when you're so used to doing things by yourself on a regular basis, all by yourself, it gets to the point where if someone does try to come into your world, it's hard for you to believe that they want to do anything for you because you're so used to doing everything by yourself. And that's how I've always been. I've been so used to doing everything by myself and just dealing with everything by myself. I essentially I can't see myself being trusting of anybody unless you've already been in my circle prior to the things that I've dealt with in like the last month or two, to be totally honest. But that's going to be the end of the video. Like I've been saying in the last few videos, if you want me to keep doing videos like this, or you want me to talk about something else, like a particular topic, that like stuff that's going on in the news, or videos of stuff, like crazy stuff that's happening on the internet, comment down below. Reach out to me on my social media. Reach out to Flash's social media. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.